Hey, it's your old pal Slim, and this is 70mm podcast for movie lovers just like you. Disclaimer at the top of the show, we're not experts, but we do love watching movies. With me each and every episode is my close friend and artist, Danny Haas.
Hello.
And our close friend and influencer, Pertalexis.
My name is Raul.
Every movie that we cover is connected to a theme for that month, and this time it's Proto-Pendants, where one host pulls the strings in the name of freedom to pick the movies for the entire month. And you can use the chapters in your podcast app to skip to our main discussion from David Fincher, Panic Room. Breaking news, maybe you saw the mini episode in your feed last week, but MEETUP 2026 in Philadelphia is confirmed. We're going back to the Philadelphia Film Society, the greatest relationship in the history of this show, outside of the three hosts, probably. September 12th, 7 p.m. Saturday, Back to the Future Part 2 in 35mm. Danny, 35 mil. Are you ready for that night?
I am. I'm ready for it, and I'm ready to figure out what 35 millimeter means.
Right.
In a modern theater.
Cole Peterson on Spotify is going to be, how does the host of 70mm not know what 35mm is?
You need to bleep his name.
He's on there. He wrote his own comment and his own name.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm excited to see this because we were talking in the pre-show. I don't know if I've ever seen a presentation in a modern theater of something in 35 millimeter. I've seen the 70 millimeter releases, but I think I've specifically gone to a 35 millimeter release of anything.
I don't think I have either.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what this means. Are we putting in a VHS tape?
As everyone knows, the 35 millimeter reel is in a VHS tape.
Right.
It's like beta.
Are we watching a Betamax?
It's going to be at the Film Society Center, 500 seats. Let's see if we can sell it out again. Listen to the special episode that we dropped last week for all the details, where we maybe 20 minutes of brainstorming around what costume Proto's going to wear.
It's true.
For this event.
Yeah, we figured it out too.
It's going to knock your socks off. And not only that, but we have props. Brainstorm.
We got props to talk about.
Also, if anyone actually owns a DeLorean that lives in the Philadelphia area that wants to contact us, we can work something out. Proto is giving free 30-minute influencer brainstorming sessions.
Yeah. Life coaching, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Chaz is in chat. Chaz, you got a DeLorean?
Chaz has to have a DeLorean.
He has to have a DeLorean.
There's no reason to drive to Philadelphia for our meetup with your DeLorean.
Yeah.
Lots to get to tonight. Lots to get to. Where do we go from here? Just a reminder, this month's sponsor, Canopy Watch Company. Canopy believes life is an adventure and every day is an opportunity to discover something new. We're giving away a free Canopy automatic watch this month to celebrate Proto-Pendants, pulling the strings. Their Field 1 automatic watch. All you have to do is tag your reviews on Letterboxd this month with 70mm. I'm excited. It's a great watch.
Do you have yours on,
Proto?
I would. I just got mine today.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Cripes alive. NSFW.
This is a sexy watch. Okay.
Yeah, it's really comfortable.
Yeah, I love it. I'm gonna be driving this. It could be daily.
A daily driver. Yeah, I did a strap swap on mine, and I love it.
Get into your strap.
If you can see. Oh, wait, I'm wearing both of them.
Oh my God, wearing two different Canopy watches.
Sorry, I got both
Is this
canopies
legal?
on. Sorry. Oh, hold on. Let me get that one. Sorry, I did mean to wear both.
What's the men's? There. Remember the company Men's Hair Club for Men? I'm not just a spokesperson.
How's it
I'm
go?
also a member or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what it is. Something
We
like
got to
that.
workshop that a little bit
I like it.
for the show. So tag your reviews. We'll reveal the winner at the end of the month. And of course, you could use code 70mm at checkout on their website to get $70 off. Should we get into Toy Story 5? Proto saw Toy Story 5.
Who saw it?
Proto.
Am I the
Oh.
only one?
Yeah, I think so.
No one else cares?
No one in the United States has seen it besides you.
Oh
You're
my
just
God.
What'd you think?
You know, I had a lot of fun with Toy Story 5. Okay? I laughed a lot. I think
Okay.
I laughed more than Toy Story 4.
Hello.
You can't remember Toy Story 4.
But I don't think it was this funny. A lot of good jokes. A lot of potty humor. There's a toy based around the bathroom, which, bold move.
Who voices that toy?
Benny
Conan?
Safdie.
Is it Safdie?
No, actually, I have no idea.
Is it Conan?
thought it
Doesn't
was
Conan do a
Conan.
voice?
That sounds right. It is Conan, actually,
Okay,
but I had no
confirmed.
idea it was Conan.
Confirmed.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Toy Story 5, it has a lot of great bits to it. The story was a little confusing. There was parts of it that was confusing.
Okay.
But it's about tablets now too. Tablets and also animals. It features real life animated animals.
Really?
Yeah, there's a pig and there's
Okay.
a horse, which I thought was interesting. Because it's
Do they
like,
talk?
yeah, it's like in this world, can they talk?
Do they talk? I don't know.
You're gonna have to go see the movie. I'm not gonna tell you if they can talk.
The toys talk to the animals?
Yeah,
What
that's
is
effed
happening?
up. That's effed up if the animals talk, in my opinion.
But yeah,
That's a bridge too far.
Wait till
up.
you see Toy Story 5.
I don't even know if I've seen Toy Story 4, to be honest. I gotta look at my letterbox.
You gave up. Wow.
You went to it. You had to have.
I have logged it as watched, but no heart. So
No heart.
who knows what that means, really?
We know.
There was one weird thing while I was watching this, and I haven't felt this way about a Pixar movie, where the animation looked off in a way that I haven't seen before. There was like scenes where like the movement of the characters, it was like I could see that it was like not within the scene. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me, but I felt like the animation had actually downgraded with like the movement in this. And it made me wonder. Now, I'm no expert on animation, and maybe there was artifacts in my eyeballs at the moment. I was high on 4th of July because I did see it 4th of July.
Well, honestly, that was my next question. I mean, what were you eating / drinking at this movie that might have
true.
influenced this opinion?
Well, we just came from a cookout, so I'm 2 burgers and a dog deep at this point.
3 Zimas to the
3
wind.
meat deep.
Yeah, I'm not having any popcorn. Actually, I did have a little bit.
Here we go.
There it is.
Here we go.
There-
So
On the food coma.
But that was kind of surprising. But then in other parts of this movie, like the animation looks insane. I said in my review, like you could have taken a few screen grabs, and I would have thought this was live action. Like
Whoa.
it just like looks bananas. I gave it 3 stars. I had a good time. Yeah, I'd have to see it again. Like I think it could hold up in terms of a the fun movie. I don't know where it ranks. I have no idea. With that's not my thing. I'm not going to rank it.
Okay.
We're not going to ask you to.
I would
So don't even worry about
Thank
it.
you.
You're safe here.
You're safe. Danny, I saw you rewatched The Rocketeer. Is that accurate?
Yeah. It is
going on over
accurate.
there?
It's my 4th of July movie,
Oh.
Fighting Nazis, waving the American flag. I'm just kidding. I needed just sometimes you need it. You need your favorite movie on to get you through the day.
You needed Jennifer Connelly.
I needed Jennifer Connelly. I needed Billy. I needed all of them in my life at the moment. And I watched Rocketeer, and I had a fantastic time again. It's a perfect film. It's my favorite comic book movie. And that's that. I mean, that's all I have to say about that.
More than Spider-Man Far From Home.
It's a much better film than Spider-Man Far From Home. and I will fight anyone about that.
Are we covering the new Spider-Man on the show? Have we ever done any of the Spider-Man?
Have we done a Spider-Man?
Famously not.
We've done
We
the
haven't done one
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Verse. Well, once you do a perfect film, it's hard to do any
Right,
other
you
one.
can't top. Oh my God,
Yeah.
when that third one comes out.
I know.
Right,
I'm gonna lose it.
alive.
And if you want to do Brand New Day, that'd be cool. Are we getting 5 Hollands? Is there another one after this?
I don't know. I mean, he's played him in other movies, right? Civil War.
Yeah. Endgame.
And he's
He's
only
been
18.
in he's probably been in like 10 movies as Spider-Man by this point.
That's probably a good guess.
Thank you. By this
Yeah.
point, so this episode comes out Monday. You're going to be on a plane to San Diego Comic-Con in a few days, right? That's next week.
It's not next week.
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
sure. If this comes out next Monday, then yes. The following week, I'll be heading to San Diego Comic Con.
It's soon. And just know that it's soon.
It's too soon. I've been not even remotely prepared for Comic Con.
Remember,
But I'm excited.
We need all our San Diegans
Oh my God.
to bring Danny a slice of pizza. That's the ritual when Danny's at a con. You come over with a slice of pizza,
Not to eat.
Sbarro's.
Just leave it on my table.
If you want Danny to sign the pizza, he might. Pizza for a print. Maybe something can be drawn up.
wait. Way to bleep that.
I'm here for my print. I have a slice of pizza for Danny. Is he here? And it's just like a puff of smoke where Danny was just sitting. He leaves immediately. Trainer in chat, slice for a sketch.
Yeah, well, ban him.
Where's
this
the
man.
auto mod in Patreon
Yeah, auto
live
mod,
chat?
come back.
Anything else you want to talk about that you watched, Danny?
No, that's kind of it. I
Did
mean,
you catch up on X-Men yet? 97?
I am 2 episodes deep. My problem is I don't want to watch it while I'm working, so I want to focus on it. And so now that I've watched these 2, I'm settling in with the story, and I don't want my attention diverted by work. So I want to sit down and watch them after I'm done working for the day.
Okay.
And what they're making, I mean, they're really cooking over there.
Yeah.
Animation wise, story wise, I'm impressed. Impressed by it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where the season goes. I have some theories.
Great.
I have some theories.
Keep them to yourself.
We don't have to get into it. We won't get into it.
No, we better not. Spoilers.
Let's say hello to Lauren and Liam. Joined our Patreon. They got access to uncut episodes, video. We're just experimenting with video right now. We're not guaranteeing weekly video. So this episode is being recorded on video. We post an edited version of it, an uncut version, $5 a month or $48 for the year. And you also get access to almost 100 episodes in the vault. And next up, we're going to be doing First Night. That's going to be our next episode. We haven't recorded it yet. But
Knight's
soon.
Tale.
Knight's Tale.
I was like,
Not a
what is
first.
that?
Which one's First Night? Is that the Richard Gere movie?
Richard Gere.
Let's do both of those.
Okay,
Let's
well-
do First Night too.
All right. First Gear.
I watched Roadhouse again.
Oh, how was it?
Patrick, fantastic. My God, one of
I
the all-time great movies.
I haven't revisited it since we covered it, so I would like to watch it again.
God.
Feels like a summertime movie.
Yeah, that's my 4th of July movie.
Okay.
Roadhouse. Nothing more American.
Proto's is
than,
Toy Story 5. Mine's Rocketeer. Yours is Roadhouse.
Nothing more American than Patrick Swayze ripping someone's throat out. In my opinion.
I agree.
I also saw Obsession. I watched Obsession.
Finally.
Yeah, Amanda was on a road trip, so I texted her. I was like, "Do you want to see this Obsession movie, or should I watch it?" Because she was on a road trip. She could have been gone a month for all I knew. I didn't know how long I would have to wait. She's like, "Yeah, you can watch it." I was like, "Yes." And then I watched it. Had a great time. Loved it.
Good to hear.
Fantastic, fun movie.
What's the name of the director?
Curry Barker,
Curry, the Golden Child
the Golden Boy.
in Hollywood.
He made $1 billion.
He made a bill.
Did he? Did it hit $1 billion?
I think
billion.
it might be. It just passed Avatar: Way of Water.
Wait, are you being serious?
Yeah, I'm being
2
dead
billion.
serious. Someone look that up in chat.
My man's fantastic. What was the budget?
As soon as I
$50,000?
finished watching the movie and I posted my review,
Mhm.
Amanda texted me, "Can we watch Obsession?"
Amanda, scroll back through our chat. Please.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
So you have to watch it twice now.
I said I literally just watched it because you told me I could, but I will happily rewatch it, and then it would turn into one of those no.
Oh,
No. and I just let it lie. Let it lie.
Mhm.
And I think that was it. X-Men 97 is cooking. Watching a lot of Baywatch still. I'm almost on the first season, I think, on Prime Video and 35 millimeter.
How many seasons are there of Baywatch?
That's got to be like 20.
Are you
I don't know,
serious?
It's got to be a lot.
Is it like
But,
24 episodes in a season too?
I think the first season was short, and then it got canceled. And then
Oh, shit.
the legend goes is that David Hasselhoff really believed in the show, and he pulled together the resources to, I think, like finance a second season himself and with other people.
Jeez.
And so he was right on. I have to look to see how much money Hasselhoff earned
Hass?
from Baywatch. It's got to be nuts. Guy was a legend. Didn't he
So
have a
is.
scandal?
Yeah, he had a cheeseburger.
Who was the politician that like was the Democratic nominee, but he yelled weird in a video and he was canceled after that? Remember that Howard Dean?
Howard Dean, yeah.
That's what his scandal was. He yelled strangely, and then he was out of the presidential race. Anna Gould in chat, 9 seasons, 198 episodes.
Oh my
My God.
That's nuts.
Is Hasselhoff in all of them?
I believe so.
That's incredible.
Remember,
It's
he
just-
also made the spin-off show Baywatch Nights, where he like solved crime as a PI.
Did he?
And then
Did he
that
drive
didn't
a
go
car
that
called
didn't go
Kit?
so well. So they rebranded it in like the second season as like an X-Files ripoff.
What?
I need to, I haven't gotten that far yet, but I'm really intrigued to watch those
Pilot
episodes.
season.
And that's real. It's like they tried doing weird X-Files stuff. I think it failed
That's
miserably.
amazing.
What was it called?
Baywatch Nights.
The X-Files version?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're solving
That sounds
murders in
incredible.
season 1. So it's not like far off from what he wanted to do in Baywatch Nights.
Okay. If there was a crossover episode with Mulder
Oh my God.
and Scully,
On the beach.
can you imagine?
Yeah. I mean, I think the first season of X-Files, Scully meets Mulder at like a gym, and he's like coming out of the pool in a Speedo. And he's letting it all hang out, folks. Like, just Google Fox Mulder Speedo, and you'll understand.
And you'll see
I'm
what
saying.
Proto's wearing to the meetup.
Yeah, that's right, guys. I'm dressed as Mulder, season 1, episode 6, the gym scene.
The gym scene.
One of my favorite things about rewatching X-Files, like almost every other year, is Dana Scully has like an eye twitch. She like does a 3/4 blink in one eye,
Yeah.
and it just tickles me every time I watch
You
it.
told me about this. I saw it recently for the first time.
Google Dana Scully weird blink.
And back tattoo.
Oh my God. We don't have time to get into it. We should get into the main course, I think, which is Panic Room, episode 319. Just a reminder, we might have said this in the uncut episode, but we're experimenting next month in August. The main discussion is going to start off the show.
Sick of it.
Proto has taken the reins and he wants to innovate again.
He's sick of it.
Yeah. In the name
And
of
so if
freedom.
you have angry emails,
Send it over.
proto_70mm at 70mm.com. Proto, what's this movie all about?
Meg Altman, recently divorced, is looking for a quaint 4,200 square foot, multi-million dollar brownstone in New York City where she can reevaluate her life. One feature, a panic room, where a homeowner can retreat to in case of home invasion. And wouldn't you know, Meg and her daughter have to deal with home invaders on their first night. They make it to the panic room, but unfortunately, this is where the trouble starts, because what the burglars are after is inside that very room. The panic room. Panic room.
Danny, what's your history with this movie and Jodie Foster?
Oh, my history with Jodie. History of this movie, Casey and I did see this in theaters when it came out, and I've only ever seen it the one time. It was like I felt like it was me dipping my toes into like I thought it was gonna be horror, but it wasn't. So I kind of dodged a bullet with that one. History with Jodie is I love her so much, especially in Contact.
Goat. Is she the greatest goat?
We'll have to have a conversation about goats in the coming future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just I don't really have too much of a history with her, but I do love Jodie. Everything I see her in, I love her. Especially this.
I think I got a DM from Andy Stone on Instagram.
Oh my God.
Or maybe
his
our
name.
70mm account did, but he posted a comment on the actual Panic Room poster, and he's like, said something along the lines of Rebecca Ferguson cosplay. If you zoom in on the Panic Room poster,
Does it look like Rebecca Ferguson?
everyone look at this poster, because I actually thought that maybe somebody scammed like TMDB and did a face swap of Rebecca Ferguson and then made that the default poster.
Oh,
Right? That's
whoa,
like,
what
that
the?
is Rebecca Ferguson.
This is hurting my brain now.
Everyone look at the Panic Room poster right now.
I guess
That's Rebecca.
I mean, I see. Well, now that I'm looking at it, it's like, was that a picture or is that?
It doesn't even look like
piece-
her.
was
It doesn't
that
look
like
like
a-
Jodie Foster.
Yeah,
Even
was
when
that
I
like
turn
a
my
drawing?
head sideways, it doesn't even look like Jodie Foster.
I don't know. So there might be a scam happening here. Maybe someone edited this poster 10 years ago and nobody noticed. Anywho,
Scammers.
Pardo, what about you? What's your history?
My history with Jodie, I want to say maybe my first movie seeing Jodie was either Maverick or possibly Contact. I don't know which one I saw first, but I definitely watched those when I was young. And then, of course, Silence of the Lambs. But outside of that, I haven't really seen a ton of her movies, really. And I do vividly remember Panic Room coming out in 2002 and seeing that trailer and thinking, a movie about a single room sounds really stupid. And I've carried that thought with me until this week, until I saw the movie.
Oh.
Because every time I thought about this movie, and at that time I didn't know who David Fincher was, so I didn't really know what the movie could be. But I remember just seeing like, all right, Panic Room. Wow, it's about a panic room. This seems so stupid. That was me at like 14 years old thinking
Right.
that. So I could never get past like this as an idea for a movie.
Yeah, I would love to watch Maverick. Maybe we can do that at like the 70mm summit this year. The four of us can watch Maverick. Mel. Contact, obviously.
Got it.
That was probably my first memory of watching a Jodie Foster movie. And Silence of the Lambs. But this movie came out in 2002, and I mentioned on the show, but that's like my prime working at a video store era. So any movie that came out in like 2001, 2002 is melted into my brain. So the poster for Panic Room is very memorable. I remember the DVD was one of those like, the little fold open DVDs, and the cover was cardboard. Do you remember those?
Yes.
I think The Matrix was like that too.
Yeah.
I think, was that WB? Was this WB movie? So yeah, I remember watching this a ton back then. I had the DVD, so I was watching this movie back then in 2002, probably, similar to part. Like I have no idea who David Fincher is. I don't like look to see who directed these movies probably at that age. Not much has changed. But I went to look up to see like what Fincher was doing before this. And I had forgotten that he did like music videos. That's like where he made a name, but I didn't remember him working at ILM. Danny, do you remember what he was doing there?
No, I have no idea what he's doing there.
So he did Alien 3, the much maligned Alien 3, had like a bunch of production issues. And then he did 7 and The Game with Michael Douglas. Maybe my favorite Fincher.
Really?
Until tonight, we'll see.
Oh.
And then he did Fight Club. But Fight Club, like, I guess, underwhelmed when it came out. So it wasn't like took a while for it to become a cult hit. And then he did Panic Room, and it like did great at the box office, made a lot of money. And then after this, he didn't do Zodiac until 2007. So it was 5 years before his next movie came out, and it was Zodiac. And I actually forget that he has like a bunch of movies still that I haven't seen. Like I haven't watched Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And then I also forgot, but he was like the executive producer of House of Cards.
Yeah.
Remember that show?
Yeah.
So David Fincher worked at ILM from 81 to 83. He started in the matte painting department and later worked on visual effects, contributing to the animated film Twice Upon a Time, Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, and Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Wow.
There you go.
We need to find out more about that. But also Mindhunter. I remember really liking Mindhunter on Netflix.
Love that show.
It's also bonkers that like there was never, that just didn't keep up.
It doesn't make any sense.
Mank. Remember Mank?
No.
Yeah. I liked Mank.
And The Killer, which we've covered on the show.
Is that the only Fincher we've covered? Oh no, Zodiac.
So that's your quick history on David Fincher and our memories of Jodie. This was my pick. So I started off going with The Winch. Did someone else start off? Right? I don't want to be the main guy.
You don't want to be the guy?
You don't want to be the guy?
I think we all watched the making of behind the scenes documentary. So this is going to be one of those apps where we reference the documentary, folks. Sorry.
A little
making of. It's going to be one of those.
We're trying to learn.
So my main comment, like watching the movie and then watching the behind the scenes, which actually was produced in a very interesting way. It was just footage that someone filmed on set with text, like overlaying kind of what was going on here. Where like the set cost this amount of money and it took this amount of time. And it's like a time lapse of them building the actual house, like the set. Like it was a full on in a soundstage. And then they talked about like how they used 2 cameras at different focal lengths, and they talked to the DP about like why that was difficult. So all that stuff, like I loved how the making of was done. But all that to say is like my first point is kind of like the Fincher of it all. And I know that, you always hear stories about he's so meticulous, and like Jake Gyllenhaal's talking about how he did 80 takes of throwing the Notebook in the Zodiac until Fincher like got the right one. And you always hear those stories, but it almost like doesn't really hit until you see him in action in a documentary like this, walking through the set, and like he's in the kitchen and he's going like under the light fixtures.
Yeah. And
he's pointing out like, I don't like this. You can't have these nails showing. It's going to reflect off of this, and just clean this up. And it'd be nice if the underside of these cabinets could concave. And in my head, I'm like, if I was the guy in charge of either relaying that information or doing the work, I would be so pissed.
Yeah.
Like I can just imagine him, and they show it. He's like going through the sets, talking about how the floors are not going to work, like the hardwood floors, because so they need to slide on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going through like the blinds. He's like, the blinds need to go up. They need to go higher, and they need to come down faster. So replace these blinds. And I'm just like, I'm like sweating. Just, I don't even work on this movie. This movie is 20 years old, 25 years old. And it just shows like, and the cast also like, yeah, he's so meticulous and everything's planned out. But it just hits differently when you see the actual man going through and like giving his team notes on things. So that's my main note, just Fincher in general and his kind of work ethic.
Yeah, there was a really funny clip where he's being very meticulous about color, and he's pointing out colors
Over the cars?
Yeah, and he's like talking about where, and the guy he's talking to has like a notebook out, and he's like rattling off all these colors, and he's like looking over the notebook with his glasses, but he's not writing anything down. I'm like, buddy, you need to start writing some things down.
Yeah, he didn't write anything down.
Like, what are you doing, dude? The Fincher is talking. You need to write some things down about the colors he wants, because I've watched 20 minutes of his documentary, and he's very serious about how he's going to film his films. It's very fascinating.
How about when they're outside and he's like they're just viewing an actual street in New York City to show like how they recreate it. He's like, yeah, we could fit 20 cars in here. I'm gonna need black, brown, not white, not blue. You see that car over there? It's kind of like an anthracite. We can do anthracite.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can do. But like he moves right into it like immediately. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he mentioned like 4 or 5 different colors, versions of blue, and like the ones he would allow and not allow. And hearing that, it's almost like, dude, where is this even coming from? And like, why? He reminds you of somebody who like, no matter what, has like feedback, almost like just because they need to give feedback.
Yeah. It's like he knows 5 different names of blue, but he doesn't even actually know what they look like. Right. He's just saying it to make people work.
But it's also at the same time, like, you can give someone like that crap, but then you look at their filmography and you're like, man, all right.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Okay.
Well, then also at the end, like the director of photography, he did say that like this project was like the most rewarding project he'd ever worked on for those reasons of like Fincher just pushing him to his limit in what he could do, which was cool.
I mean, it felt like it. I mean, there's so many scenes in this that felt like, man, they had to. I mean, even watching it before watching the making of, it's like how. It's one of those movies where you watch like how you're questioning how they did some things. Like how was the shot done? How did they do this in a brownstone with walls around them? Like how did they get these shots and the multiple layers? And it's mind-boggling. And then you see the making of it's like, oh yeah. They built this to be like a puzzle and they can move walls how they want. And it's not even a real brownstone. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, duh.
Also, just like being on the set of this movie, they talked about how they were like essentially like, it kind of felt like we were in a prison, in a puzzle box, like stuck on this movie. And then Forrest Whitaker says the shooting was 116 days.
Yeah.
Like, what are you shooting for that long in this? You have a set. Like, I feel like in my head, that's like a month-long tops shoot of this movie. Like, I know nothing about movie making, but like 116 days was making me nervous. And they showed like Forrest kicking the door to leave and like in that one scene. And then they did it one time. They brought the crew out to replace the door. And then he's doing it again.
Because it shatters the
glass.
glass.
And again. And it's like, oh my God. I would go bonkers on the set of this movie if I had to go through that.
Yeah.
There's one moment where they show them doing like a chase scene through, I think it's when she goes to get the cell phone and it's rushing back. Or not, maybe when Jared, I don't know, either way. And it shows like a timeline and it said this was filmed between like May to like June. Like this one chase scene through the house. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, how is that possible?
Yeah,
how do you knock us out in a day?
Forrest said he found it difficult to be like intense on set for that long. And that had to have been so physically draining for like his character.
Yeah.
Who was kind of like sweating and nervous and like agitated for the majority of his scenes. So imagine being acting sweaty and agitated in 100 days.
Right.
There's that one shot of where you actually get to see Fincher doing the take after take with Jared Leto getting shot in the head. And he keeps like throwing his head to the ground, like different styles of how his head hits the floor. And it's like his head's actually hitting the wood floor. It's like Fincher, like, do another one, do another one, do another one.
He's like, Jared, maybe, this is actually, it's at 22 frames per second. So you're going to have to do a little bit slower this time.
A little slower. It's like, maybe we find out what's wrong with Jared Leto. Just smacked his head 80 takes onto the floor.
It was also interesting to see him give, direction to Dwight Yoakam.
Right.
Because he's like coming over to deliver a line and Fincher's like, it just feels like, try it again. It just feels like you're reading from cue cards. Give it, try it again. And he gives him that feedback like 3 times in a row. Like Dwight is still just like not giving him what he wants to hear. So
make it hissy.
I love seeing that because I feel like in a lot of these documentaries or like clips that circulate online, you don't see that kind of feedback shared.
Right.
And maybe they keep it private. But I loved seeing that. That was cool.
Yeah, seeing like in between an actual shot or even like hearing action and then see how they shot the scene was really cool because usually it's like spliced in to be like action and like that's all you show. But the way this was done, it was different in that way that it had a lot less of interviewing the cast and more of just footage, which was really neat, especially because of how this set was put together.
I said 114 days. I meant 145 days.
Jesus.
I just checked my notes.
And one thing when I think about Fincher and we talk about these comments of like how many takes he makes you do and how it would drive us crazy, there was never a moment in watching him work in this documentary where I thought like he was a dick or like he never came off like an asshole to work with. He was just very meticulous in what he wanted and how he wanted it shot. So there were always moments of him like in between takes and talking to the cast, and like it seemed like at least he seems like a good dude and not like someone who maybe it's hard to work with because of how many takes he wants and meticulous he is, but it's worth it in the end, I think. It seems like. I don't know.
Yeah. I would think I would rather work with somebody who's confident in what they want than somebody who's just like, I don't know, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
You know,
that's true.
I'm sure everyone's different because you hear different stories, how different, directors operate. And I'm sure like there's actors who like one way or another. But it was cool hearing Jodie also talk about Fincher being like a good actor and him communicating what he wanted to her really well. And like she appreciated that.
Yeah. And also as an actor, you have the opportunity to come into a movie with the guy who did Seven and Fight Club.
Right.
And maybe you saw The Game and loved that too. Like you're like, okay, yeah, sign me up. I want to experience this. These are banger movies. Disclaimer, I haven't seen Fight Club in a long time, maybe ever.
Oh.
Well, that was the other thing is that Jodie, they say, of course, because like Nicole Kidman was originally cast, she has to leave. So Jodie, but like at the time, Jodie was like on the jury at Cannes.
Yeah.
And she left that to come do this movie because she wanted to work with Fincher. Which I mean, it's like your job doing a movie, but like also that's a pretty cool opportunity to just walk away from to do another movie. So
yeah. And also like I just want to talk about Jared for a few seconds.
Okay. We can move on to Jared.
He's, at this point, 2026, reviled individual, allegedly runs a cult, allegedly does a lot of shady stuff.
The Rhett Butler of our day.
Not making a comment on Jared Leto and his situations in 2026, but he seemed like a fun guy in this making of doc. He's loving life. He's got personality at the ass.
Yeah.
Where did it all go? I feel like we never see that now.
It's fascinating.
He just plays like robotic people, today. It just, I mean, again, it was 20 years ago, but it was fascinating to see like young Jared Leto and just like, vibrant, full of life.
Having a good time.
Having a great time, joking around with everybody, joking around with Fincher. And it's just like, today, all I can think about is really like Tron Ares, Jared Leto.
Right.
Just soulless kind of computer man.
Blade Runner 2949.
Yeah. The kind of weird, moody dudes.
It's fascinating. I think we were talking in pre-show. It's like, this is pre-Dallas Buyers, so it's pre-Oscar for him. So I wonder when the like shift would be to where it's like everything has to be these weird robotic roles now.
What was the Tron Ares press tour? Remember when he came up to the robot and he was like doing something like a fake fight scene with the robot?
Yeah.
I need to find a GIF of that and bookmark that. Yeah, it's just you never see that side of him now.
No,
for
no,
whatever reason,
for sure.
He has a moment in the documentary too where he says something crazy about never reading a script until after he's done shooting the movie. And I don't know if that's like him just like, maybe just like making a joke, but that is such like a weird concept. Like, oh no, I'd never read a script because I don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
No, because
Did
he
also say
says,
like he never wanted, if he read the script, he might not want to do the movie. Is that what he said or something like that? He's like, I don't want to get involved in that.
He also started the rumor that Fincher did his cornrows. And people for years thought that David Fincher knew how to braid cornrows and did his hair for the movie.
So that wasn't real?
No.
Oh my God. So he's probably just
he
full
said
of
it in the
like,
doc.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
whole doc
maybe
is
he's just BSing around. I guess
it's
if you're on this set and there's a camera crew, that's probably the most exciting part of your day.
Right.
You know, you're sitting around doing 80 takes of
Yeah.
who knows
Dropping
what.
your head on
and
the floor.
And a camera crew wants to talk to you. Yeah, I'll say whatever the F you want.
Yeah.
And it's going to be all made up. Pardo, what's the top of your list?
The top of my list, I guess, is the thrills in this. The way it sets it up. All right, so they're trapped in the room. Well, first they have to get to the room, and I guess that's really like the first thrill of this, of the chase. Them going the elevator, going down, coming up, and then it's how are we going to get them out of this room? So they fill the room with propane. Are they going to die? What's going to happen? Are they going to light themselves on fire? Then they got the flashlight to the neighbor through this drain pipe that appears suddenly and can shine the flashlight out to somebody. And like, oh, they're going to wake up their neighbor. Is that going to work? Is that going to get them out? Then she's going to go out and get the cell phone. I think a big problem I have with this movie is that like, I didn't believe for a second that like any of these things weren't going to happen the way they happened. Like there was no doubt in my mind that they're going to stay in this room for like 60% of the movie, at least. So everything that happens at the beginning, it's just like, it feels like kind of going through the motions of like thrills, but that have no bite to them because yes, okay, we're going to fill this room with propane, but that's not going to do anything because we're only 20 minutes into this movie. So I felt like not really invested or convinced of the quote unquote thrills of this movie as they were happening. I think as the movie goes on, it's like, okay, we know there has to be some kind of conclusion. So it gets better as time goes on. But for the first at least half, 60% of this movie, they just are kind of flat to me for that reason. I don't know. What did you guys think of that?
Danny?
I don't know. I enjoy it. But I think a part of me feels like, yeah, you're right. I mean, so much of it is kind of waiting around until she finally makes her move. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it's just kind of flat but it doesn't not work for me. I'm not, so it's hard to like comment on what you're saying because I actually enjoy it. Because I feel like we get to the panic room quite quick in the film. And so for it, I guess it makes sense that it would feel like it's such a long time that we're in the panic room and just her and Kristen. But I don't know. It works for me.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes into the movie, they start breaking into the house.
Yeah.
It happens
Night
like
one.
really quick. There
Yeah, because the escrow goes through too
there
quick.
isn't a lot of BSing around
Yeah,
in
the
the movie,
escrow.
really. All the thrills still work for me because, in my mind, like, the end of the movie is them living and getting out. So, like, there's no surprise or, like, how are they going to get out of this one? Or will they? Because they're going to get out. Like, so it's just kind of like the journey becomes the thrill of, like, how are they going to get out of this? Or what's going to happen next and how they get out of that. So, like, I kind of forgot that the panic room switches and the two of them are in there with the daughter for a while. And then like everything flips around. So at least for me, like the thrills still work. And it like, again, I haven't seen this probably since the early 2000s. So even though I knew like, a lot of the twists and story points, it's still fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I never really get bored watching it personally.
Yeah, I do feel like the twists help it, especially Raul killing Junior. Like that happening, it's like, whoa, okay, we're going in a different direction. And then, yeah, the reverse of them being in the room and her outside of it is a nice change. And the obvious way, after it happens, to like move the story forward, because you have to find out what's actually in there. So, yeah, that's a nice trick.
Were they bearer bonds? Was that the same thing that was in Die Hard?
Die Hard, bearer bonds. We're back to bearer bonds. We still have no idea what they are.
These are probably the only two movies that deal with bearer bonds.
There just can't be.
The American audience still couldn't make heads or tails of what they actually were.
Where
Well,
do
we
you
did-
take
we-
those? Where do you go?
I don't know how you
We
cash those
did
in.
research it during the Die Hard episode. It was
We found nothing.
They're just essentially like they're just like cash. It's just like untraceable.
But who gives you the cash?
The bearer bonds people.
This
Bear
is like
bonds all around.
NFTs. This is like 80s
You
NFTs.
take them to the White House.
Remember the blockchain? Everyone thought the blockchain was going to be this
is
big
exactly
thing.
like
It
bearer
still
bonds
could
or the
be.
blockchain.
I've heard
No,
that
the
it still
blockchain
could
is
be.
over,
It's coming back.
Frodo. It's over.
There's a chance.
You never know.
Danny, top of your list, and it can't be blockchain.
Well, it is kind of the end of the film. One of the things I really loved was when we get to the finale, not the finale of it all, but when we get to them locking themselves into the room with the daughter and we're dealing with all of it, her needing the insulin shot, or I think it was insulin or something. And I love that after they kill Junior and they realize he's been lying, that the money is there. Like my brain kept telling me they're going to open this and it's not there. It's all been for a waste. It feels like the most, like one of the things that would really happen in most movies is just like the money's not there. It's been moved somewhere else or something. I love that the money's there and it's like exactly what Junior said it was going to be. And I don't know. There's something about it. I just really loved it, and it made the ending quite. I don't know. It made their like not sacrifice, but like their like fight to get into that room worth it. And it was really funny that I felt that way at the end. I was like, oh, cool, the money's there. I don't remember what I did. I was like, oh, good, Forrest gets away, but never mind, he doesn't. He throws them all to the wind at the end.
Yeah, that was a great shot too of all
Yeah.
that just blowing around.
So,
and then
yeah.
like mind blowing that was a soundstage set and
Right.
everything.
The soundstage. Yeah. So I really loved the ending of this, or at least that portion of this film, because it just felt like it was going to be like, oh, damn, the money's gone. Junior lied or whatever. But anyway, I enjoyed the two of them finding the money in that room.
Mm-hmm. How about Dwight surviving that fall down a flight or two of stairs?
Well, Dwight having an acting career.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Star. Just an absolute star.
Well, so did you like the ending of Forrest Whitaker's
No,
character?
I wanted him to get away.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of strange because it feels kind of like a nothing. I don't know. It just felt kind of anticlimactic that it's like, oh, he just gets caught and that's it. And I guess there also isn't like enough of his character, I think, to be invested. There's like some hints that, he has to do this for like his kid. He's like in a tight spot financially, and like he's empathetic to them in the room. So you kind of like start to root for the guy. But then for it to just kind of like all dissipate at the end, I thought that was kind of just like a weird way to end it. Like they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, it was weird. And my brain kept telling me, oh, Jody's going to say something to make them look away. So he gets away or something because he saved her daughter. And he has that conversation with her about, I wish I could give my kid this life or whatever life you have. I was like, oh, this is, a little bit of emotional tug for the guy. But I really wanted him to get away at the end, and I didn't like it.
Maybe he got a light sentence. She had to have told them what he did.
There's only two bodies and a man brutally beaten near death.
Yeah,
instead of life, maybe he gets like 10 years.
You know,
still
plea
deal.
Life. What
call
happens
that
to
a
his
plea
kid
deal.
Kristen Stewart's meeting him on the weekends at prison.
What about his kid? His kid wouldn't visit him on the weekends? His actual child?
Dead in a ditch now.
Maybe her and Forrest get together after 10 years. That's a whole other movie.
Him and Kristen Stewart?
What?
No, him and Jodie Foster, I'm saying. Sorry. Did I say Kristen?
That's what we were talking about.
I'm talking about Jodie.
Okay.
Jodie.
Panic Room 2. Where are you, Fincher?
Where are you now?
What was Jodie doing with that old geese? What's his Altman? Guy in pharmaceuticals?
She was getting paid.
We know what she was doing. She's getting paid.
What was her job? Did they say what her job was? I don't remember.
She was going back to school. That was the thing about this. She's going back to school, so she's going to buy this house.
Mm-hmm.
I get whatever. I get maybe she has $20 million. So she buys it, $1 million home or however. I don't even know how much that home would be.
It's
But-
got to be 20 million.
Yeah, you're
Like it's an
probably
insane
right. Yeah.
house. There's no way. Like those houses. Can you imagine living in New York
No.
with that house, that location? Oh my god,
Insane. And then they're like trying to pick where else to live in New York. It's like, oh, the Upper East Side. Oh, we live at the West Side. Shut up. Rich people.
So wait, so does she still have a joint account with her husband? Because they're not divorced, right? Or are they?
Well, they probably got a settlement,
Yeah, I guess
50-50 alimony.
Yeah, there probably was no prenup.
Papi.
I don't know. Next on the list, I did want to talk about the cinematography
Get into
a
it.
little bit. He had, Darius Kanji was the cinematographer that started on the movie, who they had worked together before on Alien 3 and was it just Alien 3? I know they worked together on some other project, but they ended up having some kind of disagreement, so that guy left.
Fire.
And then Conrad Hall came in, and he does a lot of the talking head portion of the documentary, and he's got a very specific cadence. I couldn't put my finger on
I didn't like it. I didn't like that cadence.
So, his dad was a very famous cinematographer. So maybe
Deakins.
nobody yelled Nepo baby at me. I'm just having a conversation about this guy. And he's talking about the work involved with the 2 camera stuff, which I found fascinating, different focal lengths and how difficult it was to light both shots. And Darius has gone on to have quite a career. Darius had done 7, Alien. He's now going on to do Marty Supreme, Mickey 17, Uncut Gems,
Wow.
Eddington, Okja,
What the?
Funny Games, The Lost City of Z,
Hello.
Ninth Gate, which I watched for the first time. So he's got like a crazy filmography. Conrad, however, you watch this documentary, you think Conrad's just go on to the next big one. Not quite.
Oh my God.
His most popular movies are Panic Room, Olympus Has Fallen, and Thomas Jane's The Punisher,
Okay.
which you've seen Thomas Jane's The Punisher.
Enough.
You're not thinking, oh, damn, that thing had great cinematography. That is not the top of my list. And then one of the movies that I remember watching as a youth, Two for the Money, with Al Pacino and Matthew McConaughey.
Mm-hmm.
A former college athlete joins forces with a sports consultant to handicap football games for high-rolling gamblers. I'm rewatching
Jesus.
that tomorrow morning. That movie is insane. So I just found it fascinating because, like, the way Conrad talks in this, making of, this guy's got it going on. He's very smart, and the movie looks great.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that was just like, the Fincher aspect of it, and some of that magic, that collaboration did not continue with other directors. But I just found his like career progression for both people, infinitely fascinating.
Yeah, as far as like the cinematography goes, there's that shot, and I don't remember what sequence it was, but either when they first break in, or it has to been that
The
where
oneer.
the camera kind of the oneer through the entire apartment, like that had me lean forward in my seat to really lock into what I was watching. That was impressive, and my brain's like, some of this is CG, and how they moved through, but it's so well done that I was just locked in, leaning forward in my chair. It was really cool.
How about they show it at the end of the documentary, but it ends up not even being in the movie, but it's how Fincher wanted to end the movie with them on the park bench. But instead of them sitting at a park bench, he wanted it to be shot so that they were in the skyline. So they build like a stage in a park, but then put the park bench up like 10 feet in the air so that they could shoot it at an angle where the buildings are behind Jody and Kristen, and it's bizarre.
Yeah, and they did
Seeing
that
them
dolly
shoot
shot
that.
with it.
Yeah,
It was so weird.
and thinking like, man, he like that. This is how he envisioned it, but like, how did like? It's so specific. It's very it's very curious as to how he would come to that conclusion. It makes you think about how many conclusions or like ideas that he comes to in all of the movies that he's done and like how he wants to shoot them.
Mm-hmm. And it's such a strange looking shot too. Like the one that they didn't use with like the skyline in the backdrop and the camera just behind them on the bench. And I do really prefer the one they went with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they still both do that dolly zoom, which is, again, in the making of, it like explains what a dolly zoom is and how it works technically as they're showing you the various scenes. And then they also showed like the digital stabilization that was needed on both shots, because they like, even with the in-camera technology, like it's still not stable enough. Interesting shot.
It feels like that shot where they set up the bench in the air is like 10 hours of setup and building, and for like 5 seconds of filming, it's like, nah, this isn't it. Forget it. Cut it.
Yeah.
The other shots that they do a lot of this is like the camera moving through the house as if it's going through the floor or going through a wall. Was this the first? Like, I wonder, I would love a list of all the movies that do this, because, you know, it's at this point, you feel like you've seen a dozen movies at least that have done this effect.
It looks pretty good too.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it looked pretty smooth for 2002.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I do like the shot where it's okay. I don't that kind
2002,
of like,
and it was probably the first dude to ever do it.
It does take me out of it a bit. It's just like, yeah, this isn't real. That's the one time I'm like, I don't like it. It is interesting. I do like the shot where like they get into the panic room and Jared tries to pull open the door or whatever, and the camera like shifts to where it's like the panic room doors down the middle of the screen. It's got the two of them like side by side. I thought that was a really cool shot.
Yeah, that was nice. The elevator, I think they did that in the elevator.
Was that it was? Maybe it was the elevator I'm thinking of.
This was a 4K I watched it on Disney Plus via Hulu. So there's the 4K, and I think these have been like remastered recently.
It looked great.
Like the Fight Club just was remastered, and I think there's some guff online as well as 7. Like he's kind of tinkered a little bit with both movies and the color grading. There's a few scenes where Jodie's like lit in a way that it almost felt like super processed. It was kind of hard to pinpoint. Like when
interesting.
I don't know if it was the panic room scenes, but like some close-ups of her face, it was almost like I know my TV wasn't doing it, but it felt like my TV was doing like AI smoothing on her skin. And I don't know if that was, I didn't look to see like what kind of restoration he worked on for this, if this has one. And I'm only saying that because like there's a few articles of like all the changes Fincher has done for Fight Club, and there's a lot, like a small, minute changes. But anywho, Jodie looked great. Love Jodie. Jesus, Jodie's an all-timer.
I thought the scenes with like the propane and that lighting on fire, that looked, I mean, I know it's blue flame. Maybe that's what it looks like, but it looked bizarre in those scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then you watch the making of and they show Jared lighting his arm on fire and it's bright blue like that. So it's like the color's right, but there's something about the lit on the ceiling or however they did it. It just felt way too fake.
It felt like a Spider-Man movie suddenly.
Right.
So was that stuff CGI or was that real?
I couldn't have
because they didn't show the actual production of that scene.
No, that's definitely gotta be fake.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they show a conversation with the visual effects guy, right? Or the stunt coordinator or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I need 5 seconds of flames. And the guy's like, yeah, I got it.
It's his first day on set.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I got it.
Yeah.
Just light on fire. It is funny to see Jared just standing there with his alarm lit on fire, waiting for them to say action.
Yeah. Probably what people hope for in 2026. They want more of that.
Fincher lit him on fire 5 times. What else can he do?
What do you
What else do
want?
you
He paid the
want?
price in 2002.
This is what's wrong with him. He did one Fincher.
Proto, anything else next?
So I had some like issues with this movie.
Okay.
And like I have some questions. But
Slim has their answers.
I also felt that like maybe they were doing this on purpose. Because there was like, it felt like there was rules that were set up in the movie, but then they like backtracked to them not being like the biggest one for me. And maybe I just missed something is that they can't talk to her in the room. Right.
Right.
But as soon as she's outside the room and they get in, she could talk to them through the intercom.
Right.
Does she? I don't
Yes,
remember
she
hearing her
does.
voice.
No, she's
She
talking to them.
literally pushes the intercom button.
I don't remember that.
I wrote the same thing down, Proto.
Okay.
I don't understand.
And then I also thought that like this room is so secure and like nothing can get in, nothing can get out. But then Kristen Stewart like removes one piece of ventilation and there's a hole, a pipe that is like 4 feet long, like 3 feet wide to right outside.
Yeah.
To the point that they're shining a flashlight.
You gotta have some sort of ventilation.
Where's
in
the
there.
ventilation
You
going
gotta
to
have
go,
ventilation in
Proto?
there.
Yeah, but
They gotta
I mean, can we have
breathe.
like one L turn? Like,
I see what you're saying.
Like, there's no security. Like, if someone's in there, like, aren't you gonna want some more protection? But with a few of these things, I'm like wondering, is he doing this on purpose? Because I feel like Fincher isn't the kind of guy who would miss these like things. So is this kind of like almost like playing with your expectations that it's going to be one way, and then it's another?
Mm-hmm. Could be. He's playing specifically with you. He's playing mind games.
Yeah, that's
The
how I
master.
felt.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of like sections. I guess the ventilation is like the only potential thing they could have used to like do anything inside there or look out. Like, what are the other options? There's got to be nothing. Ventilation, phone line,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I don't know.
But the phone line, that secret phone in there, she forgot to hook up.
Idiot.
Also, her like pulling the phone line cable and then realizing that's what she was doing.
Oh my God. I don't know. How'd she know it was back there?
She's going back to school. She's smart.
Whatever it takes.
I mean, her life is amazing. I know she's having a bad go of it with her husband, ex-husband.
She's
soon to
doing
be.
fine.
But she's doing fine.
She's doing just fine.
She's doing great.
That's a dream scenario. Honestly.
Absolutely.
I think that was her end game.
You don't have to pay for anything ever again. Period. And you're going back to school. I don't have too much left.
Okay.
Let me just see if I missed anything. David Koepp wrote
David
this
my
Koepp's
movie.
God.
back, baby.
This guy.
He's done
How many
so much.
movies have we covered of his? Like recently,
He's our most
too.
covered writer.
He's got to be. I mean,
Can't
we could look
escape
this
it.
up right on the 70mm letterbox
mean,
list. I feel like
Mission
Let's see.
Impossible, Jurassic Park,
We've
all-
done 9 Jurassic Parks in this movie.
Two of the Indiana Jones,
true.
Carlito's Way, Panic Room,
All right, let me pull up the stats for our list here.
The Shadow.
The Shadow? Oh my God.
He wrote The Shadow in '94.
Number 1 directors, number 1 writers. Interesting. He's not listed up here.
That's not
For
possible.
whatever reason, at least according to this list, this is just the main episodes, but James Cameron's our number 1 writer with 7.
We've
Miyazaki's
covered
at
7
5.
James Cameron films that he's written.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yes. True Lies, remember that? Titanic, Avatars, T2, Abyss,
Yeah, we've done too many.
Aliens. Yeah, we gotta crunch the numbers. Maybe we've done a lot of like paywall episodes of his or something.
I just told you what they were.
We'll look into this later.
Okay.
Pharmaceuticals, great word. Those Sony TVs in the panic room are an absolute dream.
That whole Panic
Oh, yeah.
Room's a dream, honestly.
Fudge. Can you imagine having that room set up in your house with just like 10 TVs?
Mm-hmm.
Who cares what they're gonna show? Just having them.
Just all VHSs.
Also like this house, and I know this is commonplace in New York City, but like that laundry room leading into the kitchen, just having windows next to the street where like people can just kind of look in or do whatever. It's just like mind bending to me. I don't know if I would want that. Or like, I don't know if I would ever go in that room. It's just
Never get used.
The lack of privacy, I feel like, is just
Mm.
kind of nuts. Let's see. Also, yeah, I mean, they broke into that house so fast. I know he worked for the alarm company, but man, he got in there lickety split. That alarm was not doing jackass.
Yeah.
I mean, Jared's also the grandson of the people who lived there.
Was he the grandson? I thought he was like the hospice nurse.
No, he's related.
Oh, really? Oh, he must just say he like took care of him or something.
Yeah, that's what he was.
Oh, okay.
That's why he thinks he's owed the money.
Got it. I mean, what an idiot though. Like he's still gonna get paid, right? Like he's in the will already.
Maybe that's not the case then. Maybe
No, they
he
said
wasn't.
like they couldn't find the money
Oh, because it was missing. So there's
because
no
it was
way for him
missing,
to get it.
and he knew the safe was there.
Oh my God.
But then couldn't he like work a deal with, if that's the case, work a deal with Jody?
That was one of my notes. Is like the stakes don't feel high enough in this movie. It's like, hey, by the way, we're just taking something out of there. We don't want to kill you guys. Can you just open the door and give us like 15 minutes?
Right.
Like it doesn't feel like, I don't know. The threat level is not high enough for me.
Yeah, I guess like the fact that it starts like they're not expecting anyone to be there, so they're kind of like off
Oh, that's true.
kilter.
Yeah.
They don't, they're not anticipating this, so they're in this scenario that they didn't even plan for.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of freak out.
I mean, they did give her the option, right? Like, can you just come out?
Yeah, I mean, if Dwight Yoakam's not there,
like, the second sign he wrote is like, we want what's in there. Just come out.
yeah,
Right?
Who knows what would have happened though?
I mean, if it was us three and we were in this situation, what would we have done? Like, if we're in this, it's like, all right, we need to get into this room, a mother and daughter in there.
Mhm.
What's our first step?
First step is probably like, we didn't anticipate you being here. Can you just come out? We want to rob you, but can we just do it safely? Can we just get into the safe, please? Like, you're obviously doing well for yourself. We'd like to do well for ourselves.
You're going to write all that down on paper?
Mhm.
Yeah, you have the time.
Well,
You have the time.
there is a working intercom out there somewhere. You just got to
They
push
don't
the
know
button.
that. I need to
Danny
find those.
would have found the intercom.
Yeah, I would have drawn a picture of what we needed to do. That's all I can do. That's my only skill.
The one part, yeah. So I did have a question about later when they think she called the cops, and Dwight Yoakam, freak Raul, they're locked in there with the girl, and then he's like, she just killed her own kid. Like, what are you're gonna kill her kid, and then you're gonna go to jail forever? Like, what is your end game? If you assume the cops are about to be in here in a minute, why kill the kid?
Yeah.
You'll just go to jail longer. I don't know. I did love the scene with the cop outside.
Yeah,
Like, give me a signal. I felt like her
Great
silence was a pretty obvious signal to that question. Last note, they don't make him like this anymore.
No.
They really don't.
No.
They really don't, folks.
I
Just
haven't
let
seen another Panic Room movie.
Nobody knows how to do it. The Finch man is the only one who can do it still.
it can't be followed.
It is pretty funny to me watching these documentaries, and I think I said this about like other movies, but like when you watch an older movie, the primary cast doesn't feel dated in what they wear. But as soon as like an extra walks by or something, you're like, oh God, this is the era clothing that I remember. And Fincher never looked like he dressed dated. Everyone that worked on that set or with him, they're wearing like khaki shorts, white, what are those Nike walking shoes, white mid-calf socks.
The Monarchs.
They all look, they're wearing Monarchs. They look like the prototypical early 2000s people. But it was funny to me that Fincher never quite wore that. He looked timeless in the documentary. I think I'm at 4 stars.
Okay.
Had a great time still. Great fun movie. Great night at the movies, Panic Room.
Great night.
And the scene of Nicole Kidman
That's
in the making of on set doing a shot that they redid with Jodie was freaky.
dude. It was so weird because they don't say it's Nicole until like the words pop up, and my brain was like, "What am I looking at?" And it says Nicole, and then it fades her face into Jodie, and it hurt my head.
Art in chat says the internet has answers for why she can talk to them, but he did not give details. I'm asking for more
He
details.
also said a few things more terrified than wearing clothes in front of Slim. Slim has
Art, I'm not. Art,
His opinions.
maybe I'm silently judging everyone. Maybe you let me do it silently. I'm not going to say it out loud. Art says it's too long to relate. Art, your computer might have copy paste. You might be able to copy some of these comments and put them in chat.
holy shit. God.
He just logged off.
Yeah, he's pissed.
He shut the laptop.
Just close the laptop.
No thanks. Who's next? Proto?
Mention. How about this Razor scooter?
I wrote
Kristen
that
Stewart.
down. Razor scooters.
Hell yeah! Oh man,
We're back.
you
Did I
needed
tell you
a
that
Razor-
Tom, my hockey team, got an electric scooter?
I saw that.
Is he
It's
okay?
a lot of fun. I was zooming on that thing.
You gotta
Is
be
it
careful.
like
Those are
a
dangerous.
seat
I know.
or
No,
standing?
it's a standing one. It was like hers, but essentially you could go like
Electric.
40 miles an hour.
Jesus, you
Get
wearing a
yourself
helmet?
Killed.
Don't
You wearing a
worry about
helmet?
what I was doing late at night after a hockey game in the parking lot.
Were you
It's not a good
drunk?
time. No.
Put your
Drunk
hockey
on
helmet
life.
on.
Miller High Life?
How about the fade to blacks that were in this? It felt like it was ready for TV with those.
Hitchcock.
Funny.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned Rear Window at all in our
Mm.
conversation.
Cell phone retrieval gone wrong. She smacks the ground so hard that cell phone bounces off the wood floorboard.
He probably made them repair that wood 10 times to
Yeah.
get that amount of bounce.
Yeah.
No, this
I'm
wood,
gonna need
this
a
wood isn't
spring.
going to bounce.
Yeah, I don't know anything about diabetes,
Is that
but
what it was?
is that what she had? Was that what she had?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But so she's awake and then her blood sugar is dropping.
Right.
But if she was asleep, would her blood sugar drop as well? Or
Yes.
does that not happen?
It does happen.
Okay. So she would have needed the shot in the middle of the night, probably.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That solves it. I couldn't figure out how many staircases were in this house.
Could have been
It's going to
10,
be 20
for all we
stories
know.
tall.
I was sure there was 3 floors, but then I'm like, wait, is they're on the 3rd floor and there's another staircase.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Also, how did she in that slow ass elevator beat them to
Oh,
the top
yeah.
floor? There's no way.
No way. No way. Last note is we were talking about the poster earlier. The poster doesn't really make sense, I feel like, because it's shown as if you're in the panic room, it feels like, and the door is closing. But it doesn't really matter because it's like such a great poster.
It is.
Mm.
It's iconic. I love it. But, I didn't really love this movie.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I think I liked the documentary more.
Okay.
Hmm.
Been there.
I would rather, I had more enjoyment watching that than watching this. I just couldn't really get down with the thrills of it. I couldn't buy in. I really disliked the ending. I felt like that was just pointless for him just to get caught. And then just go shopping for another multi-million-dollar brownstone. So unfortunately, I didn't have a ton of fun with this. I'm at 2 stars.
Okay.
Oh.
My God.
Yeah.
Codependence is not going well. These opening credits are gorgeous.
Oh, cool.
That's what I wrote down. Love the opening credits. Razor scooters, the financier. The guy said the financier, and all I could think of was that Conan clip talking about Epstein.
Jeff Epstein.
Yeah. With the island. Panic rooms are in vogue in modern construction right now. That was
Yeah, they are.
fascinating. Camera work through the house. Howard Shore's score. Really loved his score, and then the credits hit, and it sounded like knockoff Psycho Bernard Herrmann, and it pissed me off.
Bernie Herm.
Um,
You still hold a grudge from our Reanimator episode.
I'll never forgive that
Very
person. But you don't touch my Bernie. David kept back again.
Kepcast.
Well, it's basically we're a Kepcast now. I do have fun with this film because of the cinematography and Jodie, but I'm at 3 stars. I really
Man.
dislike the ending. The ending just falls flat for me.
I'll stand for Jody all day long
Yeah.
if I have to.
Do it.
All day long.
Yeah, I don't love the ending.
We have a voicemail.
For Panic Room?
Quote, Donnie T.
I'm sorry.
Secure line. This is not Proto.
I'm
Just
sorry.
FYI.
Are you
This is someone
hinting at the
has
President of the
sent a
United States?
2-minute plus VM.
What?
Oh,
So
God.
let's listen to this.
See how far we can get into this.
Please hold for a special message from the President of the United States.
Hello, 70 millimeter. This is your president, everyone's president, God's president, Donnie T. And I'm calling to wish you a 250th birthday of this great nation. Didn't see you at my cookout, but that's okay. Maybe next year. Anyway, I didn't watch the movie this week. It was Gone with the Wind, I believe.
Oh, no.
Donnie Jr.'s not old enough to watch it, so could not put it on for family movie night. Also, I could not find it streaming anywhere, mostly because I never looked. But I did put on another 4-hour epic showcasing why our country is great.
All right, there's a whole minute of that. We'll listen to the last minute of that in the uncut episode.
Oh my word!
What's next week?
It's a big one.
Scarface.
Scarface.
1983, one of the greatest years. My God, he loved the American dream with a vengeance.
Play the music.
One of the most formative movies ever made,
It's a good point.
right? Al Pacino, Steve Bauer, and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Back.
Gosh, we were just talking about her. It Lies Beneath. I think, was that what we were talking about?
What lies?
What Lies Beneath? Scarface is in the Letterboxd top 500 at 476 right now.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Top 500.
Streaming on Amazon Prime if you're into that. 4.1 average on Letterboxd. What was the theme for Proto Pendants that this one?
80s, baby.
Okay. Okay, so that's next week. Proto Pendants whimpering into the halfway point, according to Panic Room ratings so far. Not me, though. I had a great time.
That's true.
Yeah,
I mean, if
there
we're
you go.
basing it off of Proto, he was 4 stars for Gone with a Wind. He's back down to 2 for Panic Room.
That reminds me, I have another Spotify comment to read.
Excuse
on
me.
the show. I think we read it in the uncut, but the holy war continues against Spotify.
Okay.
They've kicked off a few of our episodes. They've kicked off our feed without telling us why. I had to make some phone calls to get it back.
Didn't go well.
If you need to support Spotify, that's your own business. It's not mine. We got a comment on our Gone with the Wind episode.
Okay.
1 star for one of the greatest flicks ever made seems performative on the part of the reviewer.
Ooh.
Bum, bum, ba-dum. Wow. You know that person's username? Connor Sausage Gargler.
No, you're fucking lying.
That's the real.
Connor Sausage Gargler?
I'm clipping
There's
that
no
1 hour,
way.
28, 50 seconds slim.
There's no way.
So that's the kind of content, that we're getting in our Spotify comments. Like Connor. And who is the other person? Cole.
Connor and Cole.
It doesn't get any better than this, folks. This is
We're
what we're
doing our
talking about in
best.
2026.
I know.
So
I
just sit with that. Just sit with it. We'll play some games in the post show. But
Oh.
Proto, any closing thoughts this week?
Well, this is a movie that features primarily a single room, but this isn't our first movie to cover that features primarily a single room. We also
Really?
did, if you're jonesing for that kind of movie and that coverage, we've also did an episode on 12 Angry Men,
Oh.
which is a banger.
Mhm.
And then The Man from Earth takes place
No.
primarily in one
Love
room.
that movie.
So that's another slim pick that you can enjoy.
That's how I weed out the people. If
Yeah.
they like that movie, we can talk. We can hang out.
Yeah.
You know? That's the litmus test.
The wheat from the chaff. Yeah. You got to separate them.
We'll see everybody next week for Scarface. $70mm is a tape deck production featuring original artwork provided by Danny Haas, spiritual guidance and V'ger, the robot who loves movies, provided by Protolexis, producer at large Dale_A. Music for our main show, numbered episodes composed by Tim McEwen of The Midnight. Prints and other merch are available at 70mmpod.com. This episode was mixed, edited, and produced by me, Slim. Support our Patreon for access to longer, uncut episodes, our VHS Village Discord to talk movies with friends, access to exclusive episodes from the 70mm Vault, discounts on merch, and a physical membership card mailed to you. To check out other Tape Deck podcasts, find the link in the episode notes. We're on Instagram, but that's about it. Goodbye.
This is a Tape Deck podcast.